As part of this course, I'm going to be taking a look at 3 complete shopping cart plugins that you can get for free for WordPress. And I'm going to have dozens and dozens of videos on each of them. For example, WP E-Commerce, the most popular one out there, and then JigoShop and WooCommerce, which are actually fairly similar because of a common history. And they've really evolved quickly and very nicely, I think. So I think they're good choices for you. They're also the most popular of the plugins. But I wanted to show you that there are other free plugins that you could consider in all of this, especially after you've taken the course and you've thought about what your needs are and so forth. So I wanted to briefly go through these and just show you there are more alternatives. One of them is called eShop, and it actually has quite a lot of downloads, quite a big history. I've never worked with it myself. I just don't hear a lot about it. And that's something that I think is important because there needs to be a good community around a plugin. And you can tell from all of this whether there's good support for it. This is a handy part of the WordPress plugin directory. It sort of shows how many support threads have been resolved recently. You can go to the support forum right away. Go in and see what are the kinds of issues people are having, that sort of thing. Don't forget, having a lot of issues isn't necessarily a problem because people have some pretty strange needs out there. You'll find in these forums, they've got some pretty arcane questions, right, that have nothing to do with anything you're doing. So the plugin's perfectly fine. It's just they've got very special needs and probably should go to somebody and get it customized, right? But they complain. So forums, lots of stuff that's in the forums that's bad isn't necessarily a bad thing about the plugin. You have to weigh it all together. Okay. Another one is called Ecwid Shopping Cart. Again, this one's been around quite a while. I don't know much about it. There's another one here called Cart66, a more recent one. And it's got a premium version as well. So the one you're seeing here is a light version that you can try out. And then they want you to buy the one that's got more features and so forth. There's another one called MarketPress that came out sort of around the same time as Cart66. This is from one called WPMU Dev, which is quite a big community in and of itself on the internet. They've got quite a big website, and they do a lot of different plugins. This is their e-commerce plugin. And again, community, as I say, is so important because support directly from the makers of these plugins isn't necessarily all that great. It's a free plugin. What are you expecting, right? But if there's a good community, if there's wide use, if there's an active community, a current active community, you can learn a lot from them. You can learn a lot from code that they paste in or problems they've solved just by being part of that community, and hopefully you give back to it as well. So that's a big part of what I want to find in a plugin. And what I see in the 3 plugins that I am going to be talking about, I see big communities, and that's important. Another one called Ready E-Commerce, a fairly recent one as I understand it, one I don't know anything about particularly. WP Store Cart, been around for a while. And then there's the Cart Press. So there's a lot of different choices here. I'm going to put these all into a working file for you so you've got the URLs. Again, as I say, if you go into the plugin directory here and you search for e-commerce, you're going to find a lot of choices. The 3 that I've shown you are sort of the most popular ones these days. The other ones that I've shown you here are sort of second-tier ones that are around and are being used. I mean, lots of people are using them. So you have a lot of choices when it comes to free plugins.